Alright, so I cleared off a lot of stuff from my phone to make some room for more videos. Hopefully this is sufficient enough storage. So I'm looking forward to doing another greenhouse tour. A lot of stuff to show you guys. I'm going to have to still make it quick regardless, just to make sure that phone storage doesn't get used up again. But hopefully it's enough. So here we have Nepenthes jacquelineae. One of the best pictures I've put out in a long time. This plant finally seems to be happy again after a long time of not really picturing much, and just kind of growing weird. But it's putting out good pictures again, which is really nice to have in the greenhouse. Hang on one second. Okay, and here is Nepenthes Raja across Burbidgia, and that is the newest picture it put out. That is from the mother plant. Again, this thing's finally getting bigger. It's a very slow grower, but beautiful pictures, really interesting color tone on this hybrid. It has another picture over here. Pretty big plant with a big basil. And here's Vicia Loyai across Edward Sienna, still holding on to this picture that it put out in the spring. Holding on to it here. This one was in the summer. And then it's gonna vine soon, and then it also has a lot of basils coming. Right now I'm not chopping any, but I might at some point, and I'll probably list it on eBay if I do that and successfully root it. But don't get your hopes up either. I'm not good at propagating stuff. Here's Raja across jacquelineae, finally got a picture. Haven't had much to say about this one this year so far, but it looks like it's finally happy enough to picture. And here's Nepenthes jamban. A lot of basil growth on this one, and it's vining. It has a nice upper picture on it. This is its first upper. And then next to it is its cousin, Nepenthes inermis. Has a small upper on the main vine here, and then a couple on the offshoot. Some nice air plants growing in the media. And down here is Nepenthes macrophylla crosslowii, the Trismatiensis recreation. This is Wistuba, not sure which clone, but beautiful picture here. The plant's getting really big, taking a lot of room, but very toothy and woody. Makes a woody sound when you tap it. And then here is Nepenthes Vicii B from Red Leaf. Starting to mature a little bit, starting to get some characteristics of a more mature Vicii, but still a ways to go. Nepenthes Edward Sienna having a leaf jump and a new pitcher soon. I fertilized this one recently, so hopefully we see some good looking new growth. And it's definitely growing pretty well now, fully adapted to the greenhouse conditions, so that's pretty cool. Here's Vicia Loyai, another Loyai natural hybrid. This is a Borneo Exotics one. This newest picture is very beautiful and very glowing and eye-catching in the greenhouse. It's growing so much better since I repotted it. I think it just didn't really like that media, because now it's growing a lot faster and putting out pictures more prolifically. It just looks healthy overall. And here's that picture on Raja across Loyai Vicii. It's the clone 2 from Wistuba. Like a pretty big picture here. And probably the most spectacular one it's ever put out, and it's just going through a really interesting color cycle. And here's some basil growth on it. And it has a cool little basil picture. If I can maybe get it in view. It's hard to really get a full shot, but it'll definitely have more, and I'm looking forward to seeing a nice big basil on this, because it's still putting out really good pictures in the mother plant, so that's pretty cool. There's Rob Cantley. Looking pretty good since I repotted it. Not the biggest picture it's ever put out, but still holding on to the one from the spring that was really nice. And then has a third one here, and the new growth looks good. So Rob Cantley has been pretty successful this year. And here's Ventricosa across Attenbury, another spectacular picture. Two spectacular pictures here, and I think I did this. I did a silent show around recently just because my phone was on such low storage, and I definitely highlighted this one and that one. But here's a closer look at it. Very similar to both Atten and Ventricosa, and it has some basil growth. So it's a prolific grower, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the new pictures look like. And here's Burbidgia Vicii across Mollis. Now this one's kind of colored up, not quite as spectacular as it was when it first opened, but this plant's growing very easy and healthy. And here's Glandulifera across Iphipiata. Looking good. New pictures here. It put out the most undeveloped picture of all time there, but the last few pictures are still pretty big. Exotica Plants, got this in 2020 from the import. And there's Rob Cantley across Palawanensis back there. Just put this one out in the greenhouse and repotted it. Looks like it's hitting the ground running and putting out new growth right away. But really cool pictures on this. It has a stripy kind of red Palawanensis coloring with some kind of a rod body shape. It's a really cool plant. I'm really excited to see what this ends up looking like out here. And here's my Borneo Exotics VGI BE3734. Here's a basil on it. It's got a big long vine, and there's a picture down there somewhere. But yeah, not really gonna show this one too much. It's kind of hard to get to. Just Nepenthes Naga. Here's a picture here. The pictures aren't quite as big. The problem with this is that it regularly sees temperatures in the 90s and sometimes even 100 degrees up here, according to my infrared thermometer. So it gets a little heat stressed. I need to find out. I mean, obviously it would be, it's simple enough to say put it somewhere cooler, but it's hard to do in this greenhouse. So I have to figure out how to regulate the temperature a little better up here. We got some fans to kind of get better airflow to the top of the greenhouse, but hopefully it helps. Here is Nepenthes Talented Vision. This is a Voglia hybrid, quarter Fipiata, and then Truncata northiana VGI as well. And here's some growth on Ventricosa porcelain, a lot of uppers and long vine. And here's Maxima cross Clippiata, very Clippiata-like. This is from Christian Klein. I haven't really heard much new releases from Christian Klein. I wonder how his nursery is doing. There's Nepenthes Ramaspina, it's turning into a bush, a lot of vines and upper pitchers. Really cool plant. Cool lowers. And here's a Platykyla with its first upper-like pitcher. I don't know if it's a true upper or kind of a late intermediate, but it's really cool looking, and I'm really excited to see this. It's vining now. And here's Talengensis Vici across Boschiana back there, just putting out a ton of uppers off the vine. And has basil growth down there. There's Nepenthes Vici pink candy stripe cross Psychedelic. Too hard to get to, and it's not really worth pulling out right now, so maybe some other time we can look at it. Here's Vici Loei Spectabilis, and this one is about to flower male. If we can look into, here's the flower. It looks like it's gonna be male. I definitely want to breed with it. It's got some great traits for breeding. And here's Loei Vici Bervigier Red cross Loei Gothica Warp Peristome from Flore. Finally starting to look like something. This has been excruciatingly slow and hasn't really done much, but here it's starting to show some cool colors and some rich color patterning that's eye-catching. So I'm excited to see this one finally starting to do something after like 3 years. Here's a Fipiata Gunning Rhea, looking really good. It's been so much happier since I put it in the greenhouse, and it's just got so many pictures on it, and hopefully we start seeing some of the characteristics of the picture shining through instead of this being green. There's Silcoides killing off its nice picture for the year, and then here's a Speculata Jacquelineae, long vine, seeds pods coming along. It has more flowers coming too. There's 2 more. So this one's very happy. Eats a ton of ants. All Jacquelineae hybrids eat a ton of ants. I'm not sure what it is about them. And has some basil growth on in lower pitchers as well. And here's Speculata Diabolica, my other Speculata hybrid. Here's some upper pitchers here. And yeah, this one's flowering, just constantly flowering all over the place. Just so many flowers. I don't know what even to do. I don't even bother breeding with it at this point because it's just inevitable. It's going to come up with another flower. So and it just grows, just very bushy and activates nodes everywhere. And here's Loei Boschiana Vici across Speculata Edwardsiana from Nepenthes Vibes. Homemade cross of his. It's really good looking. I love the kind of iridescent crimson peristome and the pitcher shape. Looks like a colorful Speculata Edwardsiana. It's really easy to grow too. And here's Peltata cross Jacquelineae. This one's getting out of control. There's a pitcher here, pitcher there, and then a pitcher here. This is the biggest one it's put out. It's really cool looking. Really nice hybrid, great leaves, great pitchers. Always love a good Jacquelineae cross. And here's Epiphytica cross Mollis. This is by far the best pitcher it's put out. Great shape. kind of getting some mollusc traits as it gets bigger. And then it should be vining fairly soon. And we'll see how much epiphytica shows through on the uppers. But this is a beautiful picture. And then it has a couple kind of hidden back there, but this is the one worth looking at. And here's VGI Marood cross paint candy stripe or something. Pictures are getting better, and this one's decent size and kind of a little more stripey, a little more colorful, which is cool. And there's my rough Cantlii Aristocudes cross spectabilis that hasn't pictured in a long time. But basils are starting to look okay down there, look a little bit healthier. I've been taking a little more attention to it, but it's been a long time since that thing has done anything at all, a couple years. And here's Peltata, BE3464. It doesn't have a picture on it right now, but hopefully soon right there. And here's Palaionensis, as they call it. It's so boring. It doesn't put out interesting pictures or grow fast or do anything really. But this is the Borneo exotics that I've had for about 6.5 years or so. I got it in 2018. Here's his cousin, Nepenthes attenboroughi. Growing easy. Still hasn't really put out pictures this year, but hopefully soon. The tendrils do kind of what Raja hybrids do, and they kind of just die off once they start making a picture bud, but hopefully the next couple of leaves it doesn't happen. Those tendrils are really thick, so I think that the plant should put out pretty big pictures when it does picture. And there's VGI from Carnivore, some big mama cross pink candy stripe. See if I can kind of take a peek. It's really, really hard to see that in the latest picture, but it's nice. It's very nice. It's just kind of small. And then here's Rocco Boschiana VGI. Its latest picture. That's really good. I don't feel like taking it out, but maybe I can do a highlight video on it sometime soon. It's really good, big, good sized picture. And then, yeah, let's see what else. We got Truncata Casamata here. Really big looking, or big, good looking new picture. This one's settling in for the year. Got a little stressed when the spring transitioned to summer, but it definitely also actually being down low on the floor. That's the thing about the floor. The floor stays in the 70s. The heat rises in the greenhouse and gets in the 80s and 90s up top, but basically if you put something on the floor, it'll probably do well because the temperature stays so mild down here. And this is Nepenthes mollis, looking good after the rabbit attack. And Nepenthes truncata, Titanic Tyrant. The latest picture on here is really good. Still keeping its green color, getting a little bit of a splotchy red peristome, but for the most part, I'm kind of holding on to that green color I love so much from this one. And here's Truncata Crossed Word Sienna, the plant that got so damaged at the show. It's starting to kind of rebound, and the growth looks good. Looks like it's starting to come back from that, which is good. Kind of a relief. But you're going to see that damage for a long time on this plant. It's a year or two away from losing those leaves. But this new picture is still looking really, really good. Let's see if we can get a good look at it. Absolutely gorgeous picture on this plant still. And yeah, I'm excited to see more from this one, especially as it rebounds. This picture is still pretty juvenile. It should get bigger than this, but it's kind of hard to focus. But on the picture. But yeah, let's see. It's got a new picture coming here. And Aescananthus Kinabalu doing really well since they put it on the floor. Likes the cooler temperatures, I'm guessing. And then here's this Maxima Mira hybrid. I don't know what it is, mystery hybrid, but I got in like 2004. Flowering male. And then Hilbergia Darth Vader back there, kind of obscured by some fern things that grow in here. And then there's Elaphoglossum decoratum. That's another fern. That's something I intentionally grow. And yeah, I think I'll conclude it there. I think I might have skipped over this Epiphyata, those mountains, but it doesn't really have anything interesting that I can easily show you on it at the moment. It has a basil coming. Hopefully it's vining soon. You can see some upper pictures. Epiphyata with a vine on it would be really cool. But yeah, so I think I'll probably end it here. Glad I was able to do an entire video this time. And yeah, looking forward to doing another update. A lot of good stuff about to happen.